throat chakra, linked with truth and communication. It's about your expression. So I always say to my yogis, it's how you talk to yourself. How do you talk to yourself in the mirror in the morning? You know, is it, oh, God, you look awful? Or actually, you look good today, and you're beautiful, and I love you. And this is what I've said in some of my other classes. It can feel uncomfortable to say things like that, but it just takes getting used to doing that. So how you speak to yourself and how you speak to other people as well, and whether we hold back what we really want to say and to other people so we don't hurt their feelings. It's finding that way of being kind in the way that you express. So the Sanskrit word for throat chakra is Vishuddha. It's linked with light blue and turquoise kind of colour, so hence the turquoisey sort of top today. The chant, the seed mantra or the bija mantra is ham, H-A-M, but pronounced hum when you chant. So it's obvious kind of where the throat chakra is. It is the throat, so neck area. So the affirmation linked with this is, of course, I speak. I speak my truth, I speak clearly, I speak creatively, all sorts of things like that. So the parts of the body that the throat chakra is linked to is the neck vertebrae, but also very linked to the mouth, the teeth and the gums. So anything kind of out of balance here is very linked with this energy centre. Imbalances that show up in the body, they would be any respiratory kind of issues, sore throat, mouth ulcers, stiff neck, swollen glands, anything that's linked here, thyroid issues as well. And a lot of people do suffer with that, either overactive or underactive thyroid. So it may be that they've just never been able to speak their mind as a child. Often we're suppressed, you know, you're seen and not heard, and you don't get to say what you truly feel. So sometimes these issues later on can come out, you know, we're repressed, we were seen and not heard, and that silences you, doesn't it? Only now when we're grown-ups or adults we can maybe speak our mind, and even then it might be very difficult with certain people to express that way. So when we're in balance and when we know that energy is in balance, you can speak your truth, hopefully in a kind way. You say what you mean and you mean what you say, and you don't mince your words, kind of thing. You express yourself authentically. You know, you come from that heartfelt place of what that truth is for you. You have the ability to listen, so active listening with confidence and speaking your mind. You just have that ability to speak up for yourself. And there's been times when I know I haven't, and as a child you don't speak up for yourself, and yes, so some things can create in the throat, and they may linger if you don't deal with the issues and sort of resolve them or have some sort of action that overcomes this. So when they're imbalanced, you will have difficulty speaking up for yourself, expressing your feelings. You feel silenced, and that's not a nice feeling to have. You may feel judged when you speak. You may overthink what you want to say to people, right? What are the other? There was a couple of other bits that I wanted to mention as well. You can interrupt. I do that sometimes. I think we all do it, don't we? We've got something we really want to say, and you'll forget it if you don't say it there and then. There's another imbalance to be where you can't really listen when other people are talking. Your mind's going 10 to the dozen about what you want to say. You're not actually hearing them at all. We'll probably all know of people like that. Some people who gossip. This can be an over excessive energy in the throat chakra as well. Maybe if you have a tendency to feel like you have to explain your actions all the time as well, that can be a sign of an imbalance. Manipulative behaviour, obviously how we speak and how we maybe manipulate other people. So ways that you can bring balance into this area of the body. So off the mat, come to what we do in yoga. Speak your mind authentically. Use your voice. Sing, hum. You know, turn the radio on and sing along to it. Do it in the car when no one's listening. Chanting if that's how you'd like to do it in sort of a yogic sense. And we always chant Om at the end of the Hatha classes. And so that is encouraging you to listen to your voice, hear it. Licorice root. You know, you can have peppermint and licorice tea. So peppermint is really soothing for the throat as well. Other ways that you can practice sort of and creating a balance here is being silent without reacting to something. So actually not having to talk. If there's an excess of energy there, it's actually maybe holding the tongue from something that you might want to say. Being silent and actually having 5 minutes of complete silence as well as another action that you can take. Hi Helen. Record your voice. Listen to your own voice. And I think we all sound very different from how we hear ourselves in our own head. So doing these lives is fantastic. So I encourage people to video little things, send people little video notes or voice messages. Be mindful with how you eat. Chew your food. Chew mindfully without distractions. Often, there's a TV on when we're eating our dinner or someone's on their phone. We're all a bit guilty of these things. But if you can actually kind of eat, take yourself away if it's like lunch and just eat by yourself. That's lovely. Singing nursery rhymes to your grandson, brilliant. Wonderful, Helen. It's a lovely way of expressing it and singing, and especially to a child. So the foods that are related with the throat chakra are actually, it's more liquid. So to lubricate the throat, water, fruit juices, warm herbal teas and things like that. So that's one way of encouraging. If you're going to eat any kind of fruit, then it would be the kind of blue fruits, blueberries, that kind of thing. I always say when someone's a little bit out of sync in their neck, stiff neck or something, wear a blue scarf, blue necklace, and that's easily done because you can kind of add that into your wardrobe. So the yoga would be neck exercises, exhaling with sound. So we did some breathing today. Ujjayi breath is wonderful. Lion breath, amazing, where we open the eyes and stick the tongue out the mouth. We do that in class sometimes. Neck flexes, as I say. Bridge pose. The fish pose, where you're taking the head and the neck back. That's also wonderful for the heart chakra too, but certainly very balancing for throat center. So focusing on the breath more so in your practice is lovely. Shoulder stand. And then going back with the legs into plough, so you're activating this throat centre here. What else have we got? Cobra, lifting the head. Cat-cow as well, when you're in flexes like that and you're moving the head up and down. So anything that's kind of working this area of the body. So I always finish up these sessions with my crystals. So I haven't got a turquoise, but most people know what turquoise does look like. This is a stone for creativity, creative expression, being honest, being eloquent as well. This is a good one for depression and exhaustion as well. Preventing panic attacks, so having that sort of preventative energy there. So we have lapis lazuli, little blue stone. And this can get really confused a little bit with another stone called sodalite, very similar blues. Lapis tends to have kind of maybe a gold thread or a vein through it sometimes. Stone of friendship. This is also linked with your third eye, your brow chakra, so it can be used for the two of them. A lot of stones do cross over. Friendship stone, so strength and courage. It's very linked with royalty and wisdom. You'll notice in the past, royalty would have this kind of stone in the crown, sort of embedded and set into the crown. This just helps confidence and self-expression, so it's a really lovely one. What else have we got? We've got blue lace agate, a really lovely little pale stone, really cheap. You can come by these everywhere really. This is very supportive and nurturing. It neutralises anger and helps with infection and fever, accelerates the repair of bones, and does assist with the throat and the thyroid, so that's a nice one for that. We have blue kyanite. This is kind of a raw looking stone, not polished in any way. Again, self-expression here. It cuts through blocks so that you can speak your truth. So if there's this stuff blocking communicating with a certain somebody or something that you've actually got to say to someone, then that really helps there. So great for public speakers if lacking confidence or unsure of themselves, and that one's lovely. This again helps the throat and the larynx. And finally, this is called blue howlite. Often howlite is a white stone, and a lot of stones can come in different colours. Jade can come in all sorts of, it's known as for green, but it can come in different colours. So that can get confusing, but this is blue howlite. It's kind of a dyed stone. I don't know how that comes about, but normally it's white. This reduces stress. This is a really good stone for helping with explosions of anger and rage. So uncontrolled, violent anger and rage. This is a stone for this. Helps again with communication, like a lot of these little blue stones do, and the teeth and the bones. So there's so much these stones, crystals do. I've just picked out sort of the main bits, but you can get books on this sort of thing anywhere, and just they help on physical levels, so through the physical body. They help emotional level and they help spiritual level. The stones that I'm going to be talking about over the next couple of days will be kind of like amethyst and clear quartz, and they resonate obviously with the higher chakras, so they work a lot more with the emotional and maybe spiritual changes within us. So yes, just my little talk today on the throat chakra. Okay. Om Shanti, Namaste, and hopefully do some of these little actions that help to balance the throat. Okay, bye.